Yeah.
So
So
I was really looking at the Bible, and I kept seeing like a lot of the men in the Bible have multiple wives. So I was trying to figure out, why we can't do that today. I mean, it's cheating, ain't it?
not if you believe in the Bible. It ain't God fearing about what the Bible says. First of all, you got to understand what marriage is. Marriage is, the Bible says, let the two become one flesh. So if the two become one flesh, then what does that mean marriage is? What would it have to be if you're going by the Bible?
I mean, sex.
Yes. Now imagine that. Everybody knew that sex was marriage. Then what would that make people do?
Have sex less.
Yes. People think when you say sex is marriage, it makes you want to have sex more. Now it makes you have responsible sex. Now the sex that you have, you know it means something. It's not meaningless. It's not something you just do when you get drunk. As a man, you're gaining somebody that you have to be willing to die for. Because a woman's job is to submit to the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a man's job is to die like Christ died for the church. So you choosing this woman that you have to, if need be, give a body part for if she needs it. Would you be willing to do that with everybody that you've been intimate with? I don't think so. So that would stop so much free sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would help people understand the importance of it. So now, what is adultery?
I don't know.
So you got to find out all these terms. Adultery is if a man has a wife, he cannot sleep with another man's wife.
Mm.
But if a woman has a husband, she can't sleep with nobody that's not a husband.
So adultery isn't like just cheating. I guess like
What's
just.
cheating? Huh? Because let me tell you what's cheating. Let me tell you what is wrong. A man sleep with another man's wife, that's adultery. But if a man that's married sleeps with a woman that's not married, and what is that? It's getting another wife because two becomes one. And that's how it happened all over the Bible. When Sarah was married to Abram and she said she couldn't have no more kids, she said she couldn't have no kids, she gave Hagar to him as a wife. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Hagar became Abram's wife, I'm sorry. So if you just read, when Isaac was sad over his mother's death, he took Rebecca into the tent, she became his wife. When you take a woman into that tent, that's when she become your wife. So now, why can't we do that? Well, we say we got to follow the law of the land, right?
Mm.
Don't the law of the land tell you love is love? Does the Bible say love is love?
Yeah.
The Bible says you must obey God rather than who?
Yeah.
God never said it was wrong. God gave you rules on how to deal with it. You got to follow those rules in order to understand how to do it. That's the way you do it righteously. So yeah, a man can have more than one wife. Guess how many wives a man can also have?
I'm
None.
guessing.
See, the man has the option to choose. He can have one wife, he can have multiple wives, or he can have no wife. That's his choice. So when Christ was telling people, if you see a woman and you lusted after her, you committed adultery in your heart. What kind of woman is that man looking at?
It'll have to be a woman who's already married.
Yes. That's where the adultery starts in your mind. You see her, you know she married. Oh man, how you doing? What happened? Your man ain't doing right. Let me take you out to eat. You already started because it's in your mind. Oh, this is the best one. What's the only way you can leave your wife is if it's for fornication. That's what he said. Only way you can leave your wife to marry another. Why is men leaving women right now?
If they want to.
Because they want to get with another person.
Mm-hmm.
Christ said the only way you can leave that woman to marry another is it has to be for fornication. Fornication is unlawful sex. So what would that make? That would make everybody take sex more serious because now if I put this woman away and it's not for fornication, but it's because I want to marry her, well, when she goes and marry another man, he's committing adultery, she's committing adultery, and I made them commit adultery. We just added sin to sin. We just messed up the whole system. That's why the scriptures say you're born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Because the system that we're living in right now is keeping you in the predicament to always continue the cycle of sin. So yeah, a man can have more than one wife, but he don't have to have more than one wife. You know that if you do have more than one wife, you got to take on two crazy girls instead of one. Everybody think about the pros, but there are cons. because a woman is impossible to please.
Popeyes is getting saucy. New chicken dippers starring Popeye's signature sauce. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Street Empire.
Track slammers.
Check, 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 check. 144. Hey, hey, 144. 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Get in line. Hey, 144. 144. 144.
That boy kill that thing it up.
I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Hey, get in line. Hey. Babylon is falling and we praying for it every day. Change up the game, I had to find myself a better way. People out here struggling cause they can't seem to find a way. Kids don't go outside no more cause it ain't even safe to play. People out here waking up but they don't know which way to turn. Open up them holy scriptures, break them down so they can learn. Devils out here feel like Usher, I suggest you let them burn. If they get to asking question, you just tell them it's our turn. Move like Christ, live like Christ. I'm just trying to get it right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Keep the law, my guiding light. Move like Christ, live like Christ. I'm just trying to get it right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Keep the law, my guiding light. 144. 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Get in line. 144. 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Get in line. Hey. Wrote the verse until begin to hit the page. I'm turning to the east whenever I start to pray. This for my soldier, my comrades, no comment, just real men that walking right in the spirit. When the Lord speaks, they hear it. This real life when we bring it, this real truth that we slang it. We seen the pictures they painted, our history they change it, and everything been tainted. And I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of it. So get rid of it. And I'm sick of it. Move like Christ, live like Christ. I'm just trying to get it right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Keep the law, my guiding light. Move like Christ, live like Christ. I'm just trying to get it right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Keep the law, my guiding light. 144. 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Get in line. 144. 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Get in line.
Big ideas don't come easy. But when you get one, you
I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know. I know. I know. I know. to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, all I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit. Hey, since day one they lied to us and we wasn't shit but slaves. But I found out what I found out, it was right there in my face. The preacher man, he lied. My mama, daddy didn't know. So I'm boxed in by lies. How the fuck I'm ever gonna grow? Hey, when the night falls and the lights out, you be reaching for some help. But when the real shit is bullshit, you be reaching for what's left. None of the lies gonna make it. You can read it for yourself. Here's the truth, you can't fake it. You need to find it for yourself. Nah, and nah, and nah. Oh, 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 I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, all I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit.
With Gemini and Google Sheets, you can create comprehensive schedules in no time. From just one prompt, AI can help your business get all of the details right, from headline to hashtag.
What is TubeBuddy? Let's break it down fast. TubeBuddy is used by over 14 million creators.
Feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? Everything my father told us, every day I'm getting older. Weight of the world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up older. Feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? Everything my father told us, every day I'm getting older. Weight of the world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up boulders. All I hear is lies and excuses, what you talking for? I am the original, no I'm not a copy, bruh. Woke up when I heard the truth, I wasn't sipping coffee, bruh. 1 + 1 ain't 42, you know this ain't adding up. Told us if we wanted change, we would have to vote for it. Showed Obama everything, all he did was just ignore it. Crime bills did us bad, then they came with war on drugs. Now there's a pandemic, everybody's scared to hug. Ask me how I feel, truthfully, I don't give a damn. But ask me what I think, I'll tell you who the devil is. Ask me what I know, I'll show you where them devils live. They on top of everything, you know who the devil is. Black folks going through it, ain't no more community. The truth is what I'm standing on and learning my identity. Keep the law and love your brother, that's the only remedy. And for my dead homies, I'm forever pouring Hennessy. Feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? Everything my father told us, every day I'm getting older. Weight of the world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up.
Check, check. We. What is that? Oh, that my face. Check, check. Check, 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 check. All right, most high Chris. Let's clap it up. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat to my brothers. Yahweh Shemal Latham by Shem Yahweh Shah to my sisters. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operating under the leadership and commanding General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, Christian church, or anything out there. You understand what I'm saying? The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we stand on our own toes, our own merit. And we're bringing this truth out since 1969. What is the truth? The truth is that blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians of antiquity are the true Israelites of the Bible, man. You understand? We've been lied to, hoodwinked, bamboozled. You understand? To believe that we not the Jews, that the ones over there in Israel fighting Palestine right now are the Jews. And that's not true, man. Y'all got any questions online on Bigo or YouTube, Facebook, wherever you have it, you understand? We're gonna get into it, man. You understand? We're gonna get it's a Lashawan Qadash. You understand? Hey, get that fan. Good night. It's a Lashawan Qadash on Friday night. You understand? We teach, you understand, the things of how we communicate it, you understand, amongst each other. You understand? Just like when we say Yahweh Shemalatah Bashem Yahweh or Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Barakatah, you understand? It's basically a prayer. You understand? Today we going back to the basics, man. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna go for the foundation. Say what? What's that? Oh yeah, I don't know either other one. I'm gonna just use the we gonna make it work out of once. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? But like I said, if y'all got any questions online, you understand, put it in the group chat. Questions on Bigo, we gonna get into it. What's that? What you mean? Oh, probably the desk got around. It's probably better. Oh yeah, that's fine too. Okay. It's just different, man. And look, we in the new school, man. Get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Word up. And look, I gotta get used to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to my corner. You know what I'm saying? My spot and everything. You understand? But the scripture says we gotta be apt to teach, man. You understand? Oh yeah, heck yeah. I just need a cup. Gotta be apt to teach, man. And we gonna do that, man. Yeah, man, Kevin. When you get a chance. Oh, you about to ask me something? When you get a chance, we're gonna go into First Corinthians. You understand? You know what I mean? Matter of fact, y'all got y'all Bible? Y'all about you ain't got it? Okay, no sweat. All right, no sweat. You understand? We gonna get into it, man. Cause I had a brother. Well, he wasn't a brother. I had a guy. I guess he's a heathen, maybe. He asked me. He was like, the thing he was asking about my headpiece. You understand what I'm saying? And not understanding this is something that we did in the ancient days, in the biblical times. And I was giving him an example of what Ezekiel did whenever you understand, his wife was unalive because he loved his wife more than he loved the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? And the Most High told him, Negro, put on your mitre, put on your garment, and go teach the people. And you better not cry. You better not show no weakness. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing that the Lord wants from us, man, is to be strong in him. You understand? How you gonna love the woman that I gave you more than you love me? You understand? That don't even make no damn sense whatsoever. You understand? Comic-Con. Comic-Con. Put my whole setup right here now. Yeah. Give me let me see. Where we gonna go to, Kim? Well, I say we're gonna start in First Corinthians, man. Why you getting it? Just let me know when you get it. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, everybody tuning in. Like we said, this is the Lashawan Qadash, right? So let's start off with that. So we know what we talking about, right? La Shawan Qadash, right? So first off, you understand? I don't know if y'all can see that. That's about the best I can do, y'all. All right. So Lashawan Qadash, the root word of Lashawan is La Shun, right? Which means tongue. The root word of that will be like saying to lash, right? If you lash out, it's like to speak or say, right? You lashing out to somebody, you understand? So when it comes to that, right? When we put the wa in the middle of a word, the wa creates the ing or a process. I ain't gonna lie, but I like this joint right here now. We might be working with something. So again, right? So for example, if we say, let me see, Barak. Barak means to bless, right? So if I'm putting the wa in this, right, the wa is going to change the whole meaning, or not the meaning, but it's going to change the action or the form or the process of it. So now it's ba, ra, wak, right, which means blessing, right? Then you understand we write it in the ancient. It's ba, ra, wak, ba, ra, wak, or ba, ra,
It's Salakia. Sister Juanita said, Yahweh Shemaratah by Hashem Yahushua. Can you go over parts of the body?
Can we what now?
go over parts of the body?
What was the parts of the body?
Can you go over the parts of the body?
Oh, go over the parts of the body? All right. I got you, concepts. I got you. So, again, like we said, you got that scripture here, man, Kevin? 1 Corinthians 13 and 1.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity.
Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels. The tongues of men, again, first off, we're not talking about how the Christian church will be like, Mashanda, driving in a Honda, or whatever you have it out there. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever the Bible is saying, Paul is saying, though I speak with the tongues of men, he's talking about the languages of men. You understand what I'm saying? So again, when I put tongue here also, we'll put language. So we know, you understand, it's not talking about that mess that, Christians speak. I know back in the day too, you understand, my stepmother, they used to call, I guess, what they call pig Latin, where you say Uvidier, Alphaye, or Naye. So however the hell they say, it's not like they put an A in behind every word they say to try to, cover it up. You understand? But like we said, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and what? Read on.
And have not charity.
And have not charity. Charity is basically when it comes to, you understand, being a brother, man. So Paul, this is a brotherhood scripture, but it's also letting you know, you understand, that Paul was bilingual. So Paul is saying, though I speak with the tongues of men, meaning the languages, and the tongues of angels, meaning the languages of angels, which is the Lashawan, Qadash. You understand? The tongues of men would be your English, your Spanish, so forth and so on. Then he said, and have not charity. Charity did not mean giving to the poor at this point in time. Charity meant brotherhood. You understand? Read on.
I am become as sounding brass.
He what?
I am become as sounding brass. Or a tinkling cymbal.
Paul said he's becoming sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Paul said, man, I'm just making a bunch of noise if I don't love my brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Just because I can speak all these different languages, what does it benefit? If I can say to you, YAHANNA, but then I don't teach you not to eat shrimp, pork, crab, or lobster. You understand? I don't help you in the time of need. What the hell does that matter, man? It don't matter a damn thing. You understand? And this is what Paul is saying. People would be so infatuated with trying to show their knowledge and understanding of things, but they don't have knowledge and understanding of how to be a brother to a brother to a sister, or a sister to a sister. So Paul said, these things benefit me nothing, man. You understand what I'm saying? You got your pocket. If not, you can look in my bag, and there's one in that bag. We're going to get into the Apocrypha, where it says, wherefore, and let me entreat you. We understand that we'll get into the body parts. I got to find my note. Lord willing, let me see. Matter of fact, let me see. The thing I got this tablet. We understand.
Salaki. You want me to read it right now?
Khan, yeah, you know where we at in Ecclesiasticus.
This is the prologue of Ecclesiasticus. Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention.
Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention. What is the it that is talking about right there, young man Kevin?
Lucky, the Bible. And
read the
law,
Bible.
statutes, and commandments.
And what else?
And reading the law, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right. Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention. Read on.
And to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words.
And to pardon me where we have seemed to come short of some words. Read on.
Which we have labored to interpret.
Read on.
For the same things uttered in Hebrew.
For the what?
For the same things uttered in Hebrew.
For the what?
For the same things uttered in Hebrew.
I just had a conversation with a Muslim yesterday, or the day before yesterday, right? And this Muslim was trying to tell me about Al-Hayam and how it is transliterated from the English, from the Hebrew to the English. And he was trying to say, Oh, see, y'all got the G right here. It's the big G, but then it's also the little G. That don't matter. We're not going to play the semantics of trying to see the English, because like I kept telling him, you're using the English as the authority whenever the Hebrew is the authority. If it says Alahayim, then now you got to take Alahayim for the understanding of what Alahayim means. Allah, not Allah, meaning A-L-L-A-H, like they try to say with the Muslims talking about Allah. No, we're talking about, you understand, the most, like the powers. You understand? Either angels, we could be the powers, you understand what I'm saying, or the powers that be, you understand? It just means powers, rulers or authority or judges. And it also means angels. So that's why I was trying to tell him that it's talking about context. Hebrew has a context. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, the things uttered in Hebrew, read on.
And translated into another tongue have not the same force in them.
The things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. So that's why you read, when you read, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. Now, you understand, you saying, oh yeah, this is the Most High. But then when I asked him, I said, well, why does it say in verse 26 in Genesis 1:26, why does it say that let us make man in our image? Oh, see, he was like, oh, see, it's still singular here. That don't even make no damn sense. I've learned that people will lie just to push their narrative, just to push they lie and make them sound right and make us sound wrong. They will do anything to try to make us sound wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I said, you know what's crazy? I said, we could be standing outside right now, right? Both of us is looking at the sky, and I say, yo, the sky is blue. You will find a way to say that the sky is not blue. Nah. It's like bluish. You got a little white in it, but it ain't all the way blue. Like, God dang, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just don't like it when the Israelites tell the truth, man. You understand? But I'm starting to understand why, because, you know, Christ said, blessed is he when man shall separate themselves for my name's sake. You understand? So when we talk about that, yeah, the white boy has sinned a lot. He ain't lying. So when we talk about that, you understand what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. Read on.
Have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself.
So not only these things, but the law itself. So like we said, right? I always use the example when it says, thou shalt not kill. But then, you understand, you'll read, and I think what Deuteronomy 32 and 31, where the Most High says, I kill and I make alive. So now that would be a contradiction, because why would God tell you not to kill and then he say he kills? First off, God do what the hell he want to do. You ain't above him. You can't question him. Well, you can't, we question him, but you understand he's the authority. He going to do what the hell he feel like doing. But the understanding of that is when it says thou shalt not kill, if you read it in the Hebrew, which is the authority, then you will see that the word for that is, you understand, I forgot the specific word for murder, but it means murder, which is an unrighteous kill. You understand what I'm saying? Because the same man that gave the law, statutes, the commandments to Moses told Saul to go unalive the Amalekites. You understand? He said utterly destroy them at that. You understand? Any more on that?
Another one, Khan.
Read
the
on.
prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference.
And the prophets and the rest of the book have no small difference. So Lockie, hold up. So let's get into these body parts. She would ask me this while I'm on Bigo using my phone. But no sweat. That's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? Give me just a second. I gotta find it. So she want to know the body parts. And if y'all got any questions in here, you understand, feel free to ask. I got so many notes, man. So many. Which is, that's what we got to do, man. But before we do get in it, I just want to cue the body parts up. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to get into the characters. You understand? Like I said, it's going to be kind of like a back to basics class. So, I know my Hebrew scholars in here, they should already have all this down pat. All this written down. You understand what I'm saying? Well, we gonna definitely get into it. Give me just a sec. Y'all bear with me. Baba Kasha. Let me see. Let me see. All right, here we go. So let me get back to this real quick. All right. So, form of fashion, what we always do, you understand? We always start off with, you understand, the ancient, writing them the characters, all right? So we got Ba, Ga. Good night. Look, y'all can tell I ain't been here in a minute. I'm doing it backwards. Salaki. All right, here we go. Well, y'all should already know the first three. So we got what is it? Abagada Hawaza Ka. All right. And see, so what you see I'm doing here for the newcomers, you understand? What I'm basically doing is writing the characteristics of the Hebrew, right? You understand what I'm saying? And this is gonna show you like, so you got your phone, Kevin. You know, Kevin. Look up the word arbitrary. I always like to bring this out when it comes to Hebrew, right? So Hebrew is not arbitrary like English is, or English is, or the alphabet, right? Because whenever you understand certain letters, they don't have no meaning to why they're called that. They're just there. You understand? You can read it when you get it, brother.
This is the definition of arbitrary from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Existing or coming about seemingly at random or by chance. Or
it says do what? What's that? It said read that from the top again.
Existing or coming about seemingly at random or by chance.
It says existing or coming about seemingly at random, right? When it comes to, you understand, the English, it's basically at random. You don't have no meaning why the A is A. You don't have no meaning of why, you understand, the B is B, so forth and so on. It's at random. You understand? It really has no meaning. And to be honest, they took that from our characters. You understand? Like, for example, they got the A from Ah. You understand? It's a lot of things that they took from our, our characters and things like that. and form their own language, just like they did with Yiddish. Any more on that definition? Read on.
This based on or determined by individual preference or convenience, rather than by necessity or the intrinsic nature of something.
So it says based on what again? Read that last part.
Based on or determined by individual preference or convenience.
Original preference.
Individual preference.
Individual preference. Okay, so basically it's saying that we come to arbitrary, it's like an arbitrary. When it talks about, you understand, the alphabets, it's on an individual preference. So this is something that somebody came up with themselves to make their own language.
It says individual preference or convenience.
Oh, so it was convenient for them to make the alphabet to say A, B, C, D instead of I, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha. Wonder what that convenience was. You understand? Give me Jeremiah. Is any more on that?
Rather than by necessity or the intrinsic nature of something.
Drop that. Give me Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. I'm gonna show you what the convenience was for them to make their own language. Like I said, it had a guy was trying to ask. He was like, "Oh, I got my answer now." Like, what you mean? It's like the things that y'all do don't come from the Bible or the scriptures. It comes from outside sources. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down, Swifty. I never said that. You understand? Because I showed him the book that Nature Knows No Color Line and was showing him the history of when it says that it was Negroes and noble families, you understand, and the brothers had mitres on. He's like, oh, yeah. I said, hold up. But the Bible talks about mitres. You understand what I'm saying? It talks about the ephod. It talks about the garments that the men made, you understand, or wore, the priestly garments. So now we're not making this up. Don't try to do that. We're going to show you the convenience of why English is arbitrary, man. Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
And thou, even thyself, meaning blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The thou is you, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, woman, and child. It's like your First Nation people. And thou, even you, shall discontinue from thy heritage. Read on.
That I gave thee.
Who is the that I gave you? Right there, you man, Kevin.
That the Lord gave Israel.
That's right, man. Damn right. The Most High gave us a heritage, man. You're looking at it right now. You understand? That joint that he was talking about on my head, that's a part of our heritage. You understand? That shield of David, that's a part of our heritage. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible is a part of our heritage. The Bible is blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people history. You understand? Read on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. And
hold on, it will cause you to who?
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Hold on, I thought God loved everybody. He would cause you to do what?
To serve thine enemies.
Good night. Read on.
In the land which thou knowest not.
It look like we doing that today, young man Kevin. We in a land that we don't know nothing about, and we serving our damn enemies. But they say that the Bible is a fairy tale book. How did Jeremiah know that back then? You understand what I'm saying? You know, is that it on that? Read on.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
He did what?
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
Boy, that means the Most High was 38 hot, boy. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
Which shall burn forever.
Man, if you ever see a black father, a Hispanic father, or First Nation father, you understand? They listen. When them children don't do what they supposed to do, boy, just to look on them, they be like, oh, shoot, daddy mad. Huh? When he come home, you understand what I'm saying? Mama be trying, man, you better stop it. I'm going to tell your daddy. As soon as she say that, they straighten the hell up. Because we know that the father is the father figure of the household. You understand? The authority figure of the household, Salakia. So like it says, man, the Most High said he pissed off with us, man. But again, that's the whole purpose of that English there. One of the purposes. You understand? Well, let's get into the common knowledge or the pronunciation. Let me see if I can change this around so I can see it. I think I can mirror it. Maybe that's better. Y'all let me know. But you understand, we're gonna get into it, right? Yeah, man, Kevin, say the Hebrew from me, Baba Kashan.
You want me to say the characteristic? Ah, ba, ga, da, ha wa za ka ha ta ya ka la ma na sa I pa za kwa ra sha ta.
Yo, man, Johnny, let's get it.
A ba ga da ha wa za ka ta ya ka lama na sa I pa za kwa rashata.
You know who next? I don't even need to say it. Yeah. Oh, you about to look back there? Can you see that? Okay, both side cards. It's a glare for me, so both side cards. Go ahead and talk to me. What you got?
A ba ga da ha wa za ka ta ya ka la ma na sa I pa za kwa ra sha ta.
Sister K. Oh, Sister K.
Abagada hawaza ka taya kalamanasa ipataza kwarashatha.
Y'all can say this in y'all damn sleep, man. Give yourselves a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. Let me say it myself. Abagada hawaza kataya kalamanasa ipataza kwarashata. And I was telling the cat on Bigo, we don't say our language, our Hebrew like the what's the word? The small hats do. He be like, ah, rah. Like sound like you're trying to hawk a loogie or something. You understand what I'm saying? But it's, you know what I don't understand? I don't want this my thing, right? It's like black people just can't be great, man. You understand what I'm saying? We can't tell people that we the people of the Bible. We can't tell people that we got our own language. None of that, man. You understand what I'm saying? But listen what God said, man. I'm gonna get out these scriptures out of this. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6 real quick, Baba Kashaw. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, man, like I said, we're establishing the foundation. Even though you understand, we've definitely went over these things. It's been a minute. You understand what I'm saying? But we gonna definitely. I always like to come with new information. You understand what I'm saying? And it's about time for cahoots again. You know what I mean? So we gonna rock that out. I'm trying to find another game. So look, if y'all know another game out there, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We Jeopardy? What that is? Nah, don't do that like you got long hair. Salagi. I was just kidding. I don't know. Salagi. But what you mean like doing it for like a point system or something like that? Okay, all right. Yeah, come on. Right. Uh right. Okay. You think there's an app that I can set that up, or I need to just okay. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to look into it. I like that. I like that. Y'all use Jeopardy in school? Okay, look, y'all told me about cahoots now, so y'all gonna have to fill me in. You know what I'm saying? We can bring. I think that'll be too wild because one thing I've learned about learning, when you make it fun, you understand it keeps everybody engaged. You understand, and you think about it like it also is something catchy. Just like when we say the ABC, when we say A B C D E F G, now it's a song. You understand? My rib was saying about making the Hebrew alphabet, you understand, or the characters, you know what I'm saying, to make that in a song. I gotta get clearance from I'm about to say the most high. I gotta get clearance from Commander Johnny YAHANNA or whoever or Officer Hazahab. But read that scripture when you get it, brother.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy. I can't say it.
Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy
There you go.
chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
For thou art what?
Art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to
So
be.
let's walk this dog real quick, young man Justin. It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The word holy just means separate. You understand what I'm saying? So there's 18 nations on the face of the earth, and we'll get into that. You understand? Like I said, I got all my notes. You understand what I'm saying? Not tonight, but I can definitely show you that. You understand, at a later date. But the Lord made 18 nations, and the Most High is telling us through Moses that we are an holy people unto Him. You understand what I'm saying? The thou means you. Holy, which we showed earlier, I didn't show the Qadash part, but holy means Qadash, or Qadash means holy. You understand? For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Read on.
Thee to be a special people unto himself above
He
all.
said, hold on. They are what? Say you are what? A special people?
To be a special people unto himself.
Be a special people unto himself, man. Like when you think, man, I wish y'all could see my brothers right here, man. They got these froze out. They got me a little jealous. You understand what I'm saying? But you think about our hair, from our hair down to the way that we wear our clothes, down to the vernacular, down to our behaviors, down to how we carry ourselves, that swag of how we walk, how we talk, when it comes to how we cook, all that. You understand what I'm saying? It says thou art a what? People again, read that part one more time.
To be a special people.
To be a
unto
who?
To be a special
To
people.
be a special people, man. We are special. But you know what? We become unspecial when we don't serve the Lord, man. You understand what I'm saying? They realize when we serve the Lord, not our people, but well, our people too. And these other heathens, these other nations be realizing, like, damn, you know what? That brother, it's something about that brother. It's something about that sister. She not out here putting the arch in her back and saying, hey, with a dang on broken wrist trying to twerk and do all that. You understand? She walking in modest apparel. She got, you know what I'm saying? She got some class about herself. The brother's not acting like a hoodlum. He's not that YN. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to them YNs, we want them in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Because King David was a YN. You understand? We're going to take the spirit of that YN and make it righteous. You understand what I'm saying? But even so, like we said, man, we are a special people, man. Our culture is special. That's why the oppressor is trying to take everything from us with our identity on top of it, because we are so special, man. Read on.
To be a special people unto himself.
The Most High said we are special people unto him, not nobody else. Read on.
Above all
people. Who? What's that A word?
Above all.
No, below.
Above.
No, so beside.
Above.
Together.
Above.
Above. Dang. So if you above something, young man Justin, what that mean?
You're higher than it.
You're higher than what?
The thing.
You're higher than anything, right? Right. So like it says above. Now, what is that next word it say?
All people.
Hold on. A couple people.
All people.
Some people.
All people.
Just the white man?
All people.
All people. Read on.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Man, give my brother a hand for reading so eloquently, man. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Listen, if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, I want you to understand this. If this brother can understand the cadence of reading the scriptures, so can you. You understand what I'm saying? There's a certain way that we read our scriptures and things like that to bring emphasis on what we're talking about. And he understood the assignment. I'm gonna give you that. Most high in Christ, brother. So, like it says, we above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is what God said. This ain't our words. We're not making it up. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get this Assyrian, then we're gonna get into the body parts, man. You understand? This is wow. Good night. Hold on. Boy, I know it ain't been that damn long. Okay. Good night. All right. Uh, yeah. Uh, 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 so, uh, hold on. That's definitely not right. Uh, all right. So when it comes to the Assyrian, right? It's the same thing. You talking about her? Oh no. Oh, I didn't even think it. Oh no. Oh no. That is I just thought about that too. That's crazy work. Right. That's the Lord. Yeah. All right. So again, you understand? We ain't gonna run through it. I know everybody know. You understand how to say it. I'm gonna just say it, and I'm gonna give some examples of the characters for the endings, and then you understand we're gonna get into the body parts, right? So you got ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka. It's like ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, ta. So when we talking about Hebrew, right? Hebrew is consists of consonants. Now, when we think about consonants, right? When it comes to the consonants, is how you form your mouth when you speak. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? So again, like the only vowel that will be in Hebrew is the I. You understand what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people try to, like I said, they've already bastardized our language and say certain things like they try to think U is in there or E is in there. E's and U's are not in Hebrew. I should be a rapper or something. That rhymes. You understand what I'm saying? But then you got 5 extra characters in the Assyrian that's different from the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, which are for the ending of words. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you some examples. I'll give y'all a chance to write that down. You understand? So we're gonna erase this, right? And I'm gonna give you some examples of you understand, at the end of a word. You understand? I'm gonna keep these up here. So I know what I've already brought out. So for example, right? The first word is ka, right? So the word Barak, right? Barak consists of three characters, right? Now I'm gonna write it in the ancient so you'll understand why it's written like that and not Barakah. So when you see Barak, you got the Ba. So you got the Ba, the Ra, and the Ka. So you got the Ba, the Ra, and the Ka, all right? Those are the three characters when it comes to Barak. Now, again, if I read this, you understand, and I'm going to put the ancient up, so like the Assyrian up here as well. You got Ba, Ra, and Ka. Now, this is the character that we're focusing on right now, right? But I want to show y'all something of how we get about it. So, again, if we read it, all three of these, no matter how we read it, where it's in the ancient, the Assyrian, or transliteration, you got Ba, Ra, and Ka, right? It means to bless, right? We'll put that up there, bless, right? Now, there's specific rules to the ancient Hebrew that don't apply to the Assyrian Hebrew, and we call them connectors, right? A connector either makes a character by itself or together, right? And they look like either this or they look like this, right? So example, right? Example, right? Let me see. What's the word I can think I can do? Let's do Yahweh Shah's name, right? So we got Yah, Ha, Wa, and Shai, right? How you spell his name in the ancient is Yah, Ha, Wa, Sha, I, right? Now, if I was to read this like it is now, is Yahweh Sha I, right? But this is how we make it look right. Yahweh Sha. Salakia. These are the characters. So this is an example of the definition where it says makes a character by itself. This means it's by itself. So now you see the Yah here, the Yah, the Ha here, the Ha, The wa here, the wa. And now it says or together, meaning these two characters are said together. This is the sha, which is SHA, and then this is the I, which is I. You understand? So now what we're trying to do is to get to this here using these connectors. So we got to do like this. Ba, rock. And now, instead of that being baraka, it drops the A off here and it makes it barak, right? But now we see again with the barak, it's at the end of a word, just like we had here, and the ka is used here. But now, for example, if I was to use kahun, right? This is at the beginning of a word. So kahun would be, and that's gonna lead me right into the next point, because I'm gonna go ahead and use what we already got up there, because as you see, the na is at the end of a word, and it's here, right? Looks just like that. I'll give y'all a few minutes or couple, minutes to write this down. All right. Like what? Which character you talking about? Which one you talking about? Right here. Oh, you talking about these? Oh yeah, I see it on there. Oh damn. Oh, okay. Salakia. Okay, I got you. I got the water, sir. So what he's saying, okay, as far as the what y'all see when I say connectors makes a character by itself or together, I gave you examples of what they look like, right? But can you see this right here? These right here? Okay, come. So these right here, these two things right here, even though you can't see them, they're right here as well. So basically, you understand the infamous saying that also Ayathan, you understand, coined, is they frown, they're by themselves, they smile, they're together. You understand? So if you create a smiley face, the characters are brought together. If you create a frowny face, or not necessarily create, but if they have a frowny face, then they're apart. Nobody want to be around somebody that's always frowning. Yeah, the sad face, Salaki, the sad face. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this, right? Hopefully y'all can see this. I'm gonna write this right here. So you got, when I say the smiley face, you got the smiley face, and then you got the frowny face, right? These are the two connectors that I'm talking about right here. You understand what I'm saying? A whole lot better. Cool in here? Yeah. I already know. I already know it. All right. So I'm gonna give you the example again with Kahan, right? Kahan, yeah, it is, which means priest. All right. Then you have again in the ancient, you got Ka, uh And the good thing about the ancient, right? It never changes, ever. What I mean by that is you don't have a character that goes at the end of a word that changes. It never changes. It is what it is, right? But again, we're focusing on the Assyrian. So now we got Ka, Hun. And again, this is another example of the Na. If we didn't have the characters, again, these are consist of 3 characters, right? Ka, Ha, and Na. But whenever you have the characters, the connectors, now you know the form of it. So one, when reading Hebrew, it is very important or very beneficial to know what these words look like when they're formed together or where the connectors would go. I always say, whenever you're reading the Hebrew in the ancient, think about, excuse me, think about if you was to read it in the Assyrian, like if you're reading it in the Assyrian, think about if you're reading it in the ancient. So when I see the Assyrian, I know they say Ka, Ha, okay, Kahun. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll give you a couple more examples. I'm gonna give you the Pa and the Tazah, and I want to give you a couple more examples, right? Of reading it in the Assyrian, but understanding it in the ancient. So the next one we got, which is I always use because it shows you, you understand, both character, one character in both forms, which is Ma Yum. All right. Which means water or waters. Then you got the Ma and the Ma. Again, when it comes to the ancient, it's not going to change. But the Assyrian, now you can see both characters in one word. All right, Mayum. Then the last one is, I don't think I did Pa. So I'll do Alap, right? Alap is either, is cow. All right. And the ancient, you got Lap, and then you got La, right? And then to Za, I'm gonna use Captain Kataza's name, right? Captain Kataza means arrow. Right? And then you got Ka. It's really Ka. You understand? And then Taza. So Ka, Taza. All right. And then you got Ka, Taza. Make sure I'm right. It's the other way. What? Is that right? I'm just writing it back. Y'all didn't need to. The Taza. Yeah, I'm writing it backwards. I feel like it didn't seem right. Salakia. The car. I was writing it backwards. Man, you must have heard me thinking. You must have heard me thinking, boy. I was about to say the same thing. Right, exactly. So again, you got the Pa, and then you got the Tazah, all right? I think that's all on you. I did the Ka, the Ma, the Na, the Pa, the Tazah, right? All right, so let's get into these body parts before we get up out of here. As asked for, body parts, right? So we got hair, we got head, we got tongue. Let me see. We got face, forehead, got eye, ear, nose, and it says brow too. Nose. Let's see what else we got. Cheek, mouth, cheek, mouth, lips. All right. Now I ain't even right body. Uh, right body right here. Body. Just right body parts right here in the corner. So you got Ba, Shar, right? All right, the ancient first Ba. Bashar. And you got hair, which is Shah, R, right? Yeah, Shah, R. Hold up. Let me see something. I. Okay. Hold up. Let me get some decency and order here because I got this all wrong. We're going to write the ancient first, then the Assyrian. So we got Shah, All right. Sha, R, and then Sha. R. Then we got Ra'ash for head, boss. Got the Ra, and then this Sha. Ra, Ash. Got Lashawan. What is it? Ra. Ra'ash. Ra'ash. And please don't be I'm writing it wrong. Please don't be like some brothers. They be like, rah, rah. Don't roll your damn tongue on the R's, man. That is not, we're not speaking Spanish here. We're speaking the Lashawan Qadash, man. No shade to brothers and sisters that speak that, though. You understand? What am I looking for? Oh. All right. So then we got Lashawan, you got La, Sha, Na, Lashawan. La, Shan. Yeah, Panya. Yeah, Pa. Yeah. Pan. Yeah. Pan. Yeah. And we got forehead or brow, which is Matazak. Matazak. Ma ta zak. So ma ta zak. Ma tazak. Ma Matazak. I is Ayan, which is I. Ayan or I. Ayan. Ear is Azan. Nose is up, not like the ops. Up. So you got Za, Azan. Then you got and up. You got up. Yeah, you must be on it too. Yeah. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Oh God, I got you. I got you. We got cheek, which is lakya or jaw. Okay, so we're gonna put jaw here too, which is crazy now that I think of it, right? Because cheek is lakya, right? But when you think about it, just sounds like this, and it's just me speaking as a man. When they say lock jaw, you understand? So we got la, ka, ya, lock, ya, lock, ya. Then mouth is pa. All right. So the pa is just one character. So like it's two characters. Pa, and then pa. And then lips is sha, pa. Right? And why is sha pa? The sha means pertaining to. So then you got sha, pa. I can't do my characters here. Then you got sha, pa. All right? See if I can write this a little. Sha, shapa. We got a couple more body parts to get to, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and write that down, and I'm gonna pass the class off to Priest and also of 1,000. Also, I thought for the security announcements, man. Clap it up.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get a treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. What we got? Good night. We got the memorial blowing of trumpets. That's the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, the 21st of September. You can read about that in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. If anyone wants to become a troop in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. With that, amayim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Man Shabbat, Madim, Barak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat. Y'all tie hands down. Sorry, 250 sisters. Sisters are mine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Man Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Thabba, Shemi Al Shah. Y'all tie hands down. Class dismissed.